It's the morning cryptos. I'm curious to see what happened while I was asleep. All right, everybody. Let's let's jump right into the morning cryptos. My eyes are still. I just literally woke up, made my coffee, and came out here. All I've seen is this Bitcoin chart, and oh my god, I don't see a crash. Do you guys see a crash? It's like so many people talked about the crash. Like it was a little correction. It was significant. It went up. We had a major holiday weekend and it went down. Somebody bought low and sold high. Oh boy. And so we got Bitcoin back up to 45, 58-ish, 40, 45, yeah, something like that. It doesn't matter anyway because the US dollar. Yeah. Look at that. Oh boy, that's exciting. I think the people who have known me in the past, if they saw how obsessed I was with this, they would definitely think I was in deep trouble. This, my friends, we are looking at right now is the gateway drug to cryptos. Bitcoin is the gateway drug to the crypto addiction. Run while you have a chance. Save yourselves. Soon you will be addicted like me. And we'll go back to using wampum. All right, let's look at the 1 day. That is the 1 day chart. Oh man, like I was so sleepy that like I knocked my entire coffee thing over before I poured the hot water in it. So I had to scrape it all off the counter. Come on, eyes, let's work. All right, let's look at the 60-minute chart. Oh, something's happening right as we look. What the hell is happening? I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Looks like nothing happened for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, and all of a sudden we're at 45.90. I don't know. I'm going to let's see if I go to the 10-minute chart. If it's going to be weird or different. No, 10-minute chart's okay. On the 10-minute chart, it seems like we're moving up. And then even here, it looks like a little tiny sideways trading range, but we have, interesting. The bottoms are mostly up. And again, it's 10 minutes, so I don't know if all the same patterns hold, but we have some life. The volume is not that huge. We had a big spike of volume several 10 minutes ago. But looks, it looks like it's going to go up or something. Yeah. Looks like Bitcoin might be worth more at some point. Let's say a 5-minute chart. Nice. The 5-minute chart, we have a nice area of support here at 45, 79-ish, 77-ish, something like that-ish. So yeah, okay. Exciting. Very exciting. The thrills, the spills, the action. Yeah. Yeah, it's doing what Bitcoin does. Goes up, then it comes back a little bit, then it goes up, then it comes back a little bit, then it goes up a lot, then it comes back a little bit, then it goes up a lot, and sometimes comes back a lot, then it goes up a lot, then it comes up a little, then it goes up a little, then it comes up a little, then it goes down a little. Yeah. That has been my scientific analysis of the Bitcoin market. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This portion of the program has been brought to you by a word from our sponsor, Bob Ponzi. Hi, this is Bob Ponzi. I got me a Ponzi scheme coming up here, and I want all you to invest and bring all your people in there, and here's what's going to happen. You give me your Bitcoin, and I don't give any of it back. That's how it works, yeah. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. So I've been getting a lot of tips from people that a new thing, BitConnect 2.0, is beginning. And for those of you who think BitConnect is actually not a Ponzi scheme, I don't know what to tell you. I put $100 in The idea of giving them my Bitcoin and turning it into their basically useless token. It's only used for taking your Bitcoin. It's complicated enough to make it seem legitimate, right? And I'm not buying it anymore because I did my Ponzi scheme section in this 90-day challenge called the Hypnosis of Money. And if you want to see what a fucking idiot I was, go back and watch weeks 1 and 2, possibly 3, as I was like discovering these. Like, wow, people seem to be using these, and if you get in early and then get out, you can get your money out. Bullshit. Baloney. So people, there's really 3 ways to make money in these markets. One is buy Bitcoin. Doesn't matter what the price is. Buy it today. Buy it at 4,600. Just buy it and hold it. Just put it someplace safe and hold it. Don't do anything with it. Don't give it to anybody. Don't try to make it grow. Just hold it. Hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and you will be wealthy. That's it. Right? Or 2, you can trade it. And I'll talk to you a little bit when we get to Litecoin, what my big new strategy is that I'm learning. Or you can buy mining contracts. There are 3 legitimate ways you can make money. For the average person, though, that's not fast enough. They want 10% every day. They want 3.6% compounded hourly. And the people that run these Ponzi schemes know that. And they will give people what people want. So just be careful, people. If you're new to this, and if you've been burned with the Ponzi schemes like I have, it will make you more wary. And, you know, I've got a decent amount of money in Control Finance, and they are paying. And I put $100 into BitConnect just to see what it was all about. And, you know, I'm just not buying any of it. I'm sorry. I wish I could believe anymore. I just don't believe in Santa Claus. I wanted to. Really, I did. All right. So that's Bitcoin. It's going back up. Not much news there, really. You see how when things drop, it's so much more interesting? Because the human mind is wired for bad news, people. We are wired to be alert to bad news. But the other thing we're wired for is if we put our hand on a hot stove, we learn that it's hot, and we don't put our hand there anymore. That's the kinesthetic learning experience, right? I've done my Ponzi scheme time. I put my hand on that stove. I lost some significant amount of money, and I don't even want to tell you how much I lost. And a couple of my friends followed me into it, and they lost money too, and I feel shitty about that. So, no, I'm not going to promote any new Ponzi schemes. Thank you, people. And I really appreciate you watching this. And if you think Ponzi schemes are your ticket, then go for it. Have fun. And ultimately, all currencies are kind of Ponzi schemes, if you think about it. People rushing into Bitcoin, the early people in, you know, Roger Ver was the first investor in Bitcoin, and he's the guy that's going to win the Ponzi game, right? If Bitcoin ever, you know, but Bitcoin has a lifespan. Currencies have lifespans, but they do end. So anyway, man, I went from like being totally asleep to definitely flapping my gums pretty good. So we're at 46.01 on Bitcoin right now. I think it's going to make a move towards 500. I don't know when it's going to get to 500. If you want to draw your, you know, we can draw a little line. We can draw a line on the majority of the bottoms, and it's going to get to 500. If we do that, you know, let's see, yeah, 5,000 is going to be over here somewhere, where I can't quite draw it. Draw it there and then move it. So if you want to follow this, but I don't think it's. I think it's going to be more like this. And if we follow this, then it's going to get to 5,000. Let's see here on the 9th, right? if you could do this, like it's gonna be there on the 9th. What's today? Today's the 7th, and yeah, it's gonna be there on the 9th. So we'll see. I'll leave that line there. We'll see what happens. It's either gonna be there on the 9th or it'll be there on the 22nd. I kind of prefer the 9th. I want something to happen soon because I want to be entertained. I want Bitcoin to entertain me. There's 5,000 right there. No, actually, that's the 11th. Sorry, I was looking at. They had the month. They had the year, the month, and then the date, and I got confused. I see numbers, I get confused, but I see patterns. Oh yeah, that's a pattern. I can see that pattern right there. All right, so let's just crank through here because I flapped a lot. I flapped my gums a lot. All right, Dash. Oh, Dash is making a recovery too. Do you see a crash here, people? I don't see a crash. I see 2 days of people taking profits. That's all I'm seeing. And so Dash is moving up in a very civilized manner. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. Nice. Very pretty. Let's look at the... let's go 15 minutes. Oh, nice. 15 minutes. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, nice. Look, that's a pretty chart. It's got the red. It's got the green. So, yeah. So, we had quite the run-up. And then boom, boom, boom. A little sell-off. And we're back up. If you look, if you kind of compress this chart, it's really moving up at a nice leisurely pace. It's not frenetic. It's just growing. It's moving up, moving up, moving on up. All right, let's look at the 1 minute, see if there's anything here. The 1 minute, a little, not that much volume. And again, the reason I'm doing these particular currencies is because they have the most, pretty much the most market cap and the most name recognition and the most usefulness as far as I can understand and perceive. And I get overwhelmed, so I'm trying to keep my information overload. Okay, what happened? Can't even get a refresh. Reload. We're going to reload. Server error. Come on, I'm doing my morning cryptos, Coiny. Yeah, in the meantime, we're watching these coins and stuff. We're watching these coins. And meanwhile, there's some serious stuff going on in the world. I really hope North Korea doesn't lose their shit. I hope they stay away from that big red button, and I hope Donald Trump stays away from the big red button too. That's as political as I'm going to get here. I want peace, people. I just figured out what I want to do. I'm not ready to die and get blown up by a bunch of guys rattling their sabers and trying to show off to the world. It's like, that's my opinion. I want peace. I'm for peace. Okay, so that's Dash. And again, this is not the best of time to get in. The time to get in is when it drops, when everybody's going, oh my God, it's a crash. That's the time to get in, people. And it will always be the time to get in, to buy when other people are panicking and selling and trying to get out. And that's where it's like nerves of steel. You got to just have some guts. And you got to be able, and again, Earl Nightingale said, if you don't know what to do, look to where the crowd is going and then do the opposite. And these major sell-offs are where the crowd is, what the crowd is doing. These charts are what people are thinking. And that as this begins to rise again, people will start buying here. Because they'll go, oh my God, it's gonna go, it's fear of missing out, FOMO. They're just gonna go, oh, that's what the main mind, that's what most people's minds do in the general public, and So that's it. Yeah. Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum looks like it's trying to recover as well. And I'm not convinced this is going to be a down day, but it's early enough in the day, so there's been a little sell-off. I think ultimately Ethereum is really strong. And it's going to be around. It's the 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's just a little sell-off. It's coming right back up. It's going to be like these little stairs, and it just may not be straight up anymore. It may be to the side. It may be a little bit less frenetic. That could be good. All right. Let's look at the 1 minutes on Ethereum. See, we got plenty of volume here on the 1 minutes. And there's a lot of red, a lot of profit taking, and yet the bottoms are all higher, right? The bottoms are all higher. And it's kind of a lot of these weird little whiskers, but again, it's the 1 minute chart, so move it up to 5 minutes a little bit. Yeah. It's like there are bots that are, it's like buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. And I'm glad I'm not a bot. It looks like a lot of work. I am more of a medium range trader. Okay, Ethereum is going up. Not a bad time to get in if you want to get some Ethereum. I think it's going to definitely hit 400 in the next chunk of time. We have this massive double top. I think we're going to have a bit of a sideways range. And then there's going to be news. And the news will spike it up, or the news may spike it down. Either way, nothing's permanent. I think, did I get back into Ethereum around here? I think I got back in this sideways trading range. And I only have one single Ethereum. So it's kind of fun. I can watch the market go up in my wallet, just see where it is, because I have exactly one. And again, this is me learning, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm not a grizzled veteran of being a trader for years. I traded futures commodities back in, I think it was the early 1990s. Might have been 1991. I had a title insurance agency, and I sold it for a lot less than I wanted, but I took the money from the sale of that business and I started trading futures commodities because I wanted to somehow make enough money to pay all the mortgages on the 4 houses I'd purchased at the top of the 1980s real estate bubble. And pop went the bubble. And we're in a real estate bubble now. And it's going to pop. I've noticed the for sale signs starting to go up here in upstate New York. There's a lot of them all of a sudden. And I think you're going to see in October some serious corrections of the traditional stock market, bond market, real estate market. And I think it's going to drive people into cryptos. And cryptos may take a little bit of a hit, but I doubt it. I think the smart money is going to start flooding into this market. A friend of mine wanted to buy some Bitcoin, and he had some stock that he wasn't really using, and it had dropped, but then it had come back, and he was able to sell the stock. But then there was like a 3-day waiting period where he could reinvest in some other stock, but he couldn't pull it out, right? So then there's 3 days, and then there's a weekend, and then another 3 to 5 business days to go from his stock exchange into his bank. Like, that's his money, right? And I was bitching about Bitcoin with long transaction times. So when you compare that kind of crap of what you have to do, plus, you get hit with $10 a trade every time you trade something. And then they turn your orders over to the flash boys, the high frequency traders. And it's like the little guy doesn't have a chance. But here in the cryptos, the little guy does have a chance. And I think that's part of the hypnosis of money, is that people are looking for answers. And there will be so many people jumping into Ponzi schemes because Ponzi schemes make it simple. That's the key, people. If you could do something that really was trading based, that was really trading and mining based, and you could just buy, it's like kind of like maybe a mutual fund that does mining and trading legitimately, really, not just running a program where the goal is to get 100 Bitcoin, and as soon as you get 100 Bitcoin, you shut it down, right? I saw that happen over and over again with this guy, Ryan Berkness, who seemed like a really nice guy, but he was like the Pied Piper of doom, just bringing people into all these programs and then they would shut down. But he got plenty of affiliate money out to pay off his credit cards, right? So what he was really demonstrating was how a good person can be corrupted by a system that's designed to rob people, right? Woo! I don't want to be a part of that shit. I want to help people, and I want to help myself, and I want it to be honest, and I want it to work for everybody. I want it not just to work for me and the Ponzi scheme operator and screw everybody else. No, like if you're just not willing to do the work to trade, then buy mining contracts. You can buy them with a credit card. Just buy mining contracts wherever you can buy them from legitimate mining companies, crypto mining companies. Maybe, yeah, I don't know if gold is really going to be that exciting. I know the gold bugs think that it will be, but it's heavy. You got to store it someplace, and people can steal it a lot easier than this. So, all right, flapping my lips. God, I'm good at that. Let's look at Bitcoin, Ethereum. Let's look at Litecoin. Oh, Litecoin. Litecoin. I just feel so good when I look at you. I feel warm inside and hopeful. All right. So with Litecoin, I'm trying this new thing, and you guys can laugh at me if you want, because I'm new. I'm learning. This is the Hypnosis of Money. This is my 90-day challenge. I put a sell order somewhere in here at, gotta get a little, where the hell is 91? There he goes. There he is. I put a sell order in here because I think it's going to go to 100, and I don't want to be greedy. But when it does, I want to get out. If there's a flash upward motion, I want to hopefully have my sell stop, boom, hit. And then I will take my profits. That's what I'm working on. Because I got in, I know I got in, I got a one chunk in the high 30s and another chunk I got in right around here. If I'm remembering correctly, I think I got in. It all looks different now. I think I got in here in the high 40s. So, and I call this sideways trading range, and you have to be patient with these sideways trading ranges because sometimes they go on for a while. And when it broke out, I watched it hit here, and I was like, oh, and then the weekend came, and it did its comeback or fall back, but now we're pumping back up. So that's my big secret plan, and we'll see how it goes. And we're up in the 80-82 zone here, and 1 hours. We're working our way up. So yeah, so if we did follow this sweet little chart up, it looks like, looks like I ought to hit that spot. Let's look at the date. If we do it by this, boom, let's see. That looks like it is September 8th. Oh, that's tomorrow. Yeah, so let's see. That's really, I'm trying to see if I can do anything ridiculously accurate here. Um, so yeah, by tomorrow, if it keeps doing what it's doing. That's the 1 hour chart. Let's go back. I don't think we need to do we need to do the 1 minute? The 1 minute's all weird because I moved the chart crazy. All right. Sometimes these charts load instantly and other times they don't. So this is Litecoin 60 minutes. You know, that's almost as steep as it was over here. It's just a little less steep, but it's still moving up. It's still significantly moving up. And let's look at the 1 minutes just for fun and giggles. 1 minute, moving up. Look at that go. Go, Litecoin, go. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. Sweet. And I should probably stop, but I'm not. I'm going to look at XMR Monero first. And let's look at the 1 day chart. There we go. Here we go, up a row. So Monero is recovering nicely as well. Isn't that exciting? Oh boy. And I think Monero is destined for greatness. It's destined for greatness. I think we're definitely going to head back into the kind of the 151 range. And we're about halfway back, right? If this is like 125 and it wants to go to 150, we're about halfway back. So not a bad time to get yourself a little Monero. It's proving that it wants to get back into the game. We got a sideways trading range. The bottoms are higher. So that's, really why dialing down into the smaller time frames is often helpful, because you can kind of see where the momentum is, and rather than just a big bar. All right, so that's the morning cryptos, people. We are back in the game. Recovery is happening, and it's just it's a good time to be alive. Let's hope to stay alive. And I'm relieved Stephen Colbert is back from vacation, so I can get my news from a comedic source, so that the distressing things in the world are a little less distressing. So stay laughing and keep it all in perspective. Remember, it's just money. And if you like what I do, I really appreciate it if you could subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I answer all my comments. And if you are really gung-ho about some new Ponzi scheme, please, if you put the link in, it just goes straight to the YouTube spam folder. So I really appreciate other things, tips, trading, good people to watch, good techniques. Like I found out about the tether from you guys. So I really appreciate that. And good luck if you're going to jump into the new Ponzi schemes. And I think eventually someone will create something that is so good that it will actually work and it will last for years, and that it will make it really simple for the average person to put their money into something that actually grows. But I want them to get their money back. There is certainly risk, but some kind of mutual fund that is based on the cryptos. There's got to be one somewhere. So the average person can just write a check and know that their money is going to grow. And that's called trust. And the Ponzi schemes destroy that trust every time they do their thing. So that's my 2 cents, my 50 cents, my 0.0007324 Satoshis. And I'm going to quit flapping my lips and wrap this up. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you watching, and I live for this. I wake up in the morning, and it's the first thing I do, And I slept in a little today, so thanks for not being too mad at me for, this being late and all that kind of stuff. And really, really pay attention. Pay attention to what your thoughts are around your money. Pay attention to your fear, your greed. We all have it. And what's going on in your mind, because this is the hypnosis of money. Master your mind for a change. Master your money for a change. And keep the change growing. Peace, grooviness, over and out. Start the music.